I am back, and on Not Very Gray today, we have the Huxwrx Flow 556K. I bought this with my own money, so I'm not afraid to shit on it and complain about waste money if need be. And we're gonna be putting it up against the RC2 Mini today. Reason for that is the big question I have personally is this a combat effective can? Is the Huxwrx good at everything that we want out of a combat can? Surefire is known for making very combat capable cans. You know, they've been used by SOCOM and other special forces groups. So the big question here is, with flow through, how much are you giving up, if anything? Is there some areas that these are lacking that these make up for? They're both K cans. I think it's a very fair matchup between the two. This being a benchmark in combat performance, let's see how well this does compared to it, just because this is so known. Also, combat effectiveness is kind of subjective, so just know I'm just a guy on the internet. This is my opinion. Everybody else has different needs. The whole purpose of a K can is to be a shorter, lighter, more compact version of their full-size variant. With that, you can expect a little bit less performance, you know, in sound, flash, and tone and stuff. But, you know, the whole point of a K can, and a good one, is to at least get a pretty adequate amount of signature reduction out of it for its size. There is something I want to address. I don't see this talked about a whole lot in videos going over this suppressor. I spoke with Huxwrx because originally I heard that there was a 10K lifespan on this thing, and I was like, that kind of sucks. But after speaking with Huxwrx, they let me know that that was just a number that they gave on, I think it was the contract with the FBI that they have. They told me that that was based off of, at 10,000 rounds, this can will be so clogged up and no longer flow through. It'll just act kind of like a normal baffled suppressor, so you won't have that benefit, thus not working how it was intended. So that's where they got that 10K lifespan. As long as you service it, they told me every 2,000 to 4,000 rounds, there's like this cleaning kit that they have. I think it's called suppressor sauce. Basically, it's like a tube that you fill up with this liquid. You drop the can inside of it, leave it for like 24 hours or something, and then you pull it out and you go to the range and shoot it, and it'll blow all the crap out of it. With that being said, they said that with keeping up with cleaning, they have some demo cans that have like 50,000 rounds on them and they're still going strong. You know, I think it's pretty safe to say that this suppressor will last just as long as, you know, any other suppressor made out of the same stainless steel that this is. Another thing is there was I guess like a concern with sparking and flashing. From my understanding, I asked them about this and they said that due to the additive manufacturing process, right, there's like material that's left behind inside of it sometimes. So when you first get it, there's like a little break-in period. You know, you'll shoot it and you'll get a bunch of sparks, and then after it's kind of blown all that extra debris out, it's good to go. So far that's been correct. I don't really notice the sparks quite as much, but you'll see that when we get to the night portion. So anyway, I've talked enough. Let's actually get to testing these out with the first test. All right, so I've got two 11.5s right here. We're gonna start off with this barrel length, and then I've got two more right there. One's a 13.9 and one's a 14.5, but close enough. So up first, the MCX with the RC2 Mini. First shot. Okay, my ears aren't ringing. It's not too bad, actually. All right, first shot. All right, so we're gonna get a little side-by-side comparison out of them, see if we notice much of a difference. Hux. Oh, whoops, I hit the steel. The Hux. Surefire. They're both very similar.
Yeah, there's definitely kind of a different tone with it, though.
Yeah.
The Surefire almost sounds like a little bit sharper, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like sharper. This one's kind of a little more boomy.
Yeah,
like it has kind of a boom with it. This one's kind of like more, yeah, like a sharp little piercing sound, I guess. Let's move over to the 13.9 and the 14.5, and let's see how that does. Now we've got the Flow 556 on a 13.9. Let's get a few shots out of that. See if we notice it being a little bit quieter on a longer barrel. Yeah.
Yeah, that's much quieter.
That is quieter, yeah. 15.5 with the RC2 Mini.
You know, I think the Hux was a little quieter.
I think it was a little more quiet. It's hard to tell a difference on the 11.5s. They sounded pretty damn similar, but these are like, I'm gonna shoot them both together now. Yeah. I think this one still has a little bit more of a deeper, like kind of booming tone to it, but overall it sounds a little bit quieter. And that would actually make sense. I think on the Pew rating, on the Pew scale or whatever it's called, this actually got a little bit better of a score than the Mini as far as sound goes, right? Like decimals and stuff. So, interesting. Let's see if the Hux can match up in other aspects. We're actually gonna run over there real quick and shoot over some loose dirt and see how much shit this kicks up, see how much shit this kicks up, and see what we got. Oh, this freaking ant's are huge.
Yeah, that's a good spot.
I'm gonna loosen it up a little bit more and yeah, see what we get. First we're gonna do the Hux, see how much dirt it slings up. Alrighty. 3, 2. Let's get a little lower.
Let me get a little bit further back, so.
Okay. Not too bad. And it's pretty loose dirt. Let's see if Surefire does better. It should do better since you don't have all those gases just shooting straight out. Super close to the ground. See what we got. The RC2 did a lot better. It definitely kind of slung the dirt out further, but it was a really like thin stream of dirt. Would you say it was kind of like a really thin stream of dirt?
Yeah,
it was
for
less
sure.
dirt. It just, what it did pick up, it shot out a little bit further. I definitely think the Hux lost on that. You know, it's kind of unfair. It is a flow-through can. In a situation where, you know, you're gonna be prone a lot or shooting from the prone a lot, I could see flow-through kind of being a little bit of an issue. Maybe more so with like recce stuff, but yeah, I don't want to knock it too hard. It really didn't do as bad as I thought it would. I thought there was going to be a crap ton of dust flying everywhere. I thought it was going to basically be just as bad as, you know, how a flash hider, just a naked flash hider does. For me, Hux clearly lost out on that one, but still wasn't horrible. I'm going to add one in here. We're going to see what kind of overpressure it has. We're going to see how it performs indoors and how much concussion it lets off. I've heard that flow-through cans indoors are really boomy. Obviously, they're letting out so much gas out the front. That has something to do with it. So we're just gonna prop the door open over here on the shop and shoot out the door and see how it does. See if we notice a big difference. So here we have the RC2 Mini. Let's see how this does. I'm not taking my ears off for this one, sorry, but we'll see. All right, now the Hux.
That's way louder.
Dude, that's pretty loud.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Woo! Yeah, okay. Hux loses on this one, for sure. So, recap. First test with the 11.5s. Didn't notice too much of a difference between the two on sound and tone. I guess tone really was the biggest difference. Hux being a little boomy, the Surefire Mini being a little bit of a sharper sound. And then we go to the 13.9 and the 14.5. The Hux and it was actually sounded a little bit more quiet. So I think it won on sound. Tone, it's kind of subjective. I don't really know what the best tone is. I feel like a boomy sound is not quite as good of a tone as a little bit more of a sharp sound. It kind of disguises the sound of the gun from further distances. Yeah, and then the dust test, RC2 beat the Hux for sure. There's definitely a lot more dust with the Hux. Then indoors, like overpressure, concussiveness, I guess, of the suppressors. The Hux definitely was a lot louder. You could really feel it when you were in there. So now with a bigger room, I don't think it would matter quite as much, but when you're that close to a wall, that sound is just bouncing right off of it. So the Hux definitely didn't do as good on that one. It kind of just makes sense that everything coming out of the front of the suppressor, when you're indoors, you're gonna feel that a little bit more. So anyway, we're gonna wait for it to turn nighttime now, and we're gonna get some footage. So we do wanna kind of note one thing. This flash hider, not really good for much, in my opinion. Just watch this.
Dude, it feels like a brake. Oh.
That's fucking horrible. Show the difference with the Surefire. Actually, ready?
Yep.
I think it's safe to say that that is not a flash hider. This is a flash hider. I don't know what that is. It's not really a brake either. I mean, I guess it kind of just helps the gases spin through the suppressor and make the suppressor work the way it's supposed to. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, definitely wouldn't use that without a suppressor. All right, so it's nighttime now. First test we're gonna do on the 13.9 and the 14.5. Typically, suppressors perform better on longer barrel, so we'll switch to the 11.5s afterwards, and we'll get some shots of those too. So without further ado, let's get some shots. First up, we have the RC2 Mini. Now we have the Huxwrx on the 13.9. All right, RC2 Mini. Now we have the Huxwrx Flow 556K. This is the Huxwrx out of the 11.5. Now this is the RC2 Mini out of a 11.5. Okay, first up, the Huxwrx. All right, next, RC2 Mini. So, yeah, the Hux, it's been doing a good job at night. They did so well on both barrel lengths. We're just gonna keep it on the 11.5. We're gonna show you what it looks like under night vision. Alrighty, Huxwrx on 11.5 again. Now we have the RC2 Mini on the 11.5. That was bright. All right, well, that concludes the video. Just a little recap of the Hux. Hux performed great. The flash hider on the Hux, I'm not a fan of. It's not a brake, but it's loud like a brake, flashes like a brake does. I don't know, I don't really see much of a purpose to the flash hider that comes with this. That's the only real negative of it. For me, it's like I wouldn't even shoot without the can, to be honest with you. That's how bad the flash hider is. But I do understand that it is spiraled like it is to kind of help spin those gases and get them spinning up through the suppressor, because that's how it works. The gases kind of spin like a turbine or whatever. I understand that. That's really the only huge drawback. It did lose a little bit on the overpressure or like indoor shooting. It lost on that one for sure. Definitely very loud indoors, very concussive, I should say. It lost definitely on laying down prone and shooting with loose dirt around you. It definitely kicked up a lot more. Obviously it's flow through, it's all coming out the front. So do I think the Hux is a good combat can? In my opinion, I think it is. Maybe not recce stuff, you know, laying down, you know, prone a lot. It's definitely got a little bit of use case scenario with it, but overall it is a great can. I was very, 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 very happy with the flash performance, especially after it got broken in. It doesn't spark at all anymore. I mean, maybe every now and then, but
saw a little bit on the 11.5, but that was really it.
Yeah, maybe just a tiny bit, but yeah, I mean, it performs great. You know, I'm not gonna shit on this can. I really like it. I'm glad that I bought it. So yeah, I think that for a K can, it performs very well. It's definitely adequate. As far as other flow throughs go, I think this is probably, yeah, I don't want to say it, but I kind of want to do it. It is my favorite flow through so far. I know we're gonna try to get a cat white bread and test that out. Sound, everything, solid out of this can. I really do like the Hux. Again, just not the flash hider. Flash hider sucks, but I plan on having it suppressed pretty much all the time anyway, so not really that big of a deal. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Would really appreciate if you guys would hit the subscribe button. Helps me out a lot. Looking forward to doing more videos like this. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.